Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Zebra Pen Click Art Retractable Marker Pen Set. This is the 6 count that you can find at local grocery stores. If you want to go look for them on Amazon, I do have an affiliate link down below, and that is to the 12 set because I couldn't find the 6 set on Amazon, weirdly enough. But if you guys would like to use the affiliate link, it would help the channel out a lot. If not, and you don't feel comfortable doing that, I completely understand, but it's there if you want it. So the reason I wanted to review these pens is because on the back it claims that it will not streak if you use a light color on a dark color. As you can see back there, it has a picture of a flower outlined with like black or gray, because this came with gray, not black. And it shows that when you color with the yellow, it won't streak at all compared to other markers. On top of that, these markers are retractable and claim to never dry out. Never. It says new ink technology never dries out. And it says it doesn't smudge, and it says it doesn't streak, and I felt like those were a lot of claims. And I was very hesitant to believe any of that because, as we've seen on this channel previously, a lot of pens make claims like that and it doesn't work out. So we're going to try it out today and test it ourselves. This is the set that comes with mostly pastel colors. You have a pink, a yellow, a green, a blue, a purple, and a gray. I really like the color choices for this set, and I feel like it's really fun and vibrant. I really liked it a lot. I was a little weirded out because they all had these caps at the end, so it doesn't dry out. But you're not supposed to keep the cap on after you open it for the first time. And it says that it never dries out, so then why would it need the cap until you use it if it's never going to dry out, unless it has the possibility of drying out. Now, I haven't had these pens for very long, so I haven't gotten to the point of them drying out yet. But it's just something that makes me go, because if you really would never ever dry out, why would you need that cap to keep everything in? But that's just my opinion. These pens or marker pens are really thick. They're not like Sharpies. They are not permanent markers. They're just markers that are in the shapes of pens. And they have this cute little nub at the end. Look at that nib. It is so tiny. And it's really cool because if you use it with the point towards the paper, it's very fine. If you use it on the side, you can have a little bit of thicker lines. And up there where it says click art, there's a little hole that shows you a red or black color through that little pinhole. And when it shows you that, it shows you that the marker is retracted or not, so that you don't accidentally leave it open. The one thing that bothers me is that these pens don't have that little arm that you can use to hold on to things or put in your pocket. It just got this little rectangular nub, which it kind of works for its purpose. It's so it doesn't roll off your desk, but it's so small that if you put enough pressure, it will roll. But that's honestly, I guess that's with anything. That was like one of the things that bothered me, was that it was so tiny. But honestly, less plastic waste, so I kind of get it. And now we are going to be testing out the colors and the swatches and the pens to see if they're dry, because I've received a lot of dry pens in the past. We're going to start with this magenta purpley pink color. I'm not sure what exactly to call it. It's a nice in between purple and pink, and it's very vibrant. I was so amazed at how intense these colors were. And that is the first one. Now we're on to the yellow. I was expecting the yellow to be a very, very bright highlighter yellow, very neon, because that's usually when you get a yellow marker, that's what they look like. And I was pleasantly surprised to see a much darker, deeper yellow. So it's a lot easier to see when you're using it, and especially if you're going to be using it for journaling or writing notes. And I really like that. Sometimes the highlighter neon yellow markers hurt my eyes. Up next we have the lime green. I love this green. It's so pretty. It just it makes writing so much fun. And honestly, these colors work so well together. If you're into like this kind of a neon vibe, but not something that's too intense, this is a great set. Like I said, I couldn't find the 6-pack of these pastel neon ones anywhere on Amazon, but they are at local grocery stores. Up next we have this really pretty blue. It's like very sky bright blue, something you would imagine it's the first thing you grab when you're going to color in the sky in a coloring book. I really liked it, and I do have one little thing about this that I wasn't enjoying. It's the fact that when you write with these, it feels like you're writing with just like a regular marker. So if you're writing kind of hard, it's got that kind of squeegee feel to it, like, you know what I mean? It just, sometimes it doesn't make my teeth feel great. But that's just me. That's, if you like drawing and writing with markers, then you're gonna love this. And that is the purple. And I did put little color swatches next to it so that when we turn the page we can see if it actually didn't bleed through or not, like it said it wouldn't. And this is the gray. This set, that was the only other thing that bothered me. It didn't come with a black, it came with a gray, which I kind of get because it's like the pastel set and pastel neon vibes, but I would have liked the option of having a black in this set. But the pack that is linked down below, the 12 set, it does come with a black and all the colors that you see here, so I think that's pretty cool. I'm kind of tempted to buy it because it's not too expensive, to be quite honest. And back here you can see it didn't bleed through, but it's very watery. You can see that the paper did bubble up quite a bit back there. So if you're going to be using really thin paper, just be careful with how much you draw in one part. Now we're going to move on to the testing part. So I was like so nervous because I was like, you're making a lot of claims. I really like how you're working right now. But if you cannot stand up to this claim and be like, you know what, we're the first ones that actually don't streak and we mean it, then I'm going to be very sad and disappointed. And I'm going to be recreating the flower from the picture in the back so that it has all of the elements of the, you know, the really dark spots and the really light spots that are gray, so maybe there's more pool of ink in certain places. Moment of truth, because then I'm going to find out if the yellow gets ruined and destroyed. I'm going to just sporadically color this in so that it touches all of the gray parts, so that you can see that I'm coloring it, not just really crazy in the dark spots trying to make it streak. I'm just coloring it like I would if I were someone who was using these markers to draw. And look at that. There is not even a single bit of black or gray on the tip of this yellow marker. And on top of that, I did draw over the gray. You can see here it did not ruin the yellow marker. So I decided to go a little bit harder to see how much this could withstand. And I went over the really dark gray areas. As you can see, it looks fine. It's not even getting dried out. Usually when you color with markers really crazy, sometimes they dry out. Unfortunately, a little gray spot did show up because I went over the leaves that were a lot darker, but after a few streaks, it was brand new and clean. You can literally see there is absolutely no gray on the tip of this yellow pen anymore. And I was like freaking out that this was actually working and it wasn't drying out, because I used a Sharpie, but not Sharpie brand, a Dollar Tree Sharpie. And it literally started drying out when I started scribbling, and I was so amazed that this pen was not. And I scribbled a whole bunch. Like, you really can color with these. I was so happy with what I saw. So I decided to try a different color. I was wondering if maybe the blue and yellow would streak, and you know, when you use blue and yellow markers, they'll streak into green and stuff. I kind of wanted to see if that would be an issue. So I decided to write down with blue, color in with yellow, and it stayed yellow. I did not see any streaks of green. If you do notice green around the edges, it's because the blue is a little see-through, so when you go over it with the yellow, it will turn to green because it is mixing over it, but it's not streaking to green. It is just overlapping it and coloring it so that it becomes like a green. And I think that's really cool, but I guess that is something to watch out for if you do outline with a color that's not gray or black. But it didn't destroy the light color. It didn't ruin it. It didn't streak. It didn't make it look disgusting. I was so impressed. And for the price, they're not too expensive. This set was like $9. I definitely recommend it. 10 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a while since we've had a video that actually came out well at the end. So many other pens have been such big disappointments. I cannot wait to see if you guys try these out, if you really like them, if you really don't. I personally cannot wait to get the whole collection because I would love to draw with these. They're so much fun. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all later. Bye!